Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. And yeah, as I promised, the full moon report. For it, you see it in your screens. First of all, I want to say thank you guys for the comments. And I've been working today kind of like hard with the computer system to make sure the sounds are okay and so on and so on. There was a kind of like a few complaints that the sound was low for it. I believe it's fixed right now to it. Let me know, guys, if there is anything with audio issues in there for it. But it is what it is. Sometimes the things are the way they are. First of all, this full moon. Um, it is a lot of about the challenges. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the challenges between cooperations of authority and intuitions. This is a feminine and masculine. This is a woman and a wife. This is a female, male primaries energies in there, and it is all about how they're going to work, how they're going to cooperate. I'm giving you the time. The time exactly is going to be in about, since I'm recording, is going to be about in 3 hours from now. So I'm giving you kind of like the energies that I feel currently that it's coming right away on the spot for it. Challenges, yes. You're going to have some challenges, but understanding within the challenges what do they need to be. And who is going to be the winner of this, who is going to be the training in there, the courage, the strength, the desire you to overcome any obstacles that's going to come in your way. Mars, that is the warrior within you. If you see it on your screens in there, there is this blue line right in here between the moon and right here and the ascendant, it's Mars. And talking about this energy is about to find the courage. Most of the people during this intense moments of work, family, and at the end, looking at the end result in there, which is that's going to be the conflict with Neptune in there, talking about diving deep within the consciousness within the end. But that energy is gonna shows up the conflict that has been for years and years and years about no matter what to keep working together, keep going forward. As you see it, the Neptune creates this squares towards the moon and the sun at the same time. All this is affecting what? Venus and Mercury. And when we're talking about that, for it, this sextile from Neptune goes towards Pluto, and Pluto sends these divine energies to the authority. You need to understand that both masculine and the feminine, they have authority. The woman and the man has an authority. And if you have intense conversations, if you have rough time, you need to be happy. And I'll tell you why. Because when you find the courage, the strength, and the positivities in there to walk no matter what, now this shows up the strength within the relationship. And that energy begins with it where? Within Gemini, the friendshipness. You see, this is what makes the people a family, but this is what makes the people a partners. And when you look at it inside of you, that is going to be the partnership that is going to be tested between your intuition and authority. Okay? It's not about doing this self-sacrifice until you're in a war within yourself. No. It is about to have the right visions, to go ahead and recycle some of the old experiences, but keeping the new experiences that you're going to be seeing it, how to improve yourself. Not to repeat the same mistakes, but at the same time, it is involved with the work that needs to be done. And that work has to be done because it's going to pay off at the end. That's going to be happening basically the next year. But talking about the beginning of the new energies in there, that's going to be when Saturn and Neptune next year is going to be walking within Aries. It's going to begin a new cycle of both visions and learning coming together. This is going to be huge for the world. Okay? A lot of things going to collapse at the end, because at the end result, we're going to find our society, our race as humans in here where we're going. But the biggest awakening processes are coming in challenging everything, and you're going to be challenged. With this particularly full moon in there, this is why I'm taking the time. Maybe the video is going to be long, but it's better getting the wisdom in there within you, instead of during those intense energies, my intuition tells me I'm not going to work with your authority because you're not working with mine, because I don't see my own visions in there. It's so easy to give up. Why? You don't have the courage and the strength to continue, go on, to see what it is, to create this. Because everything that you want is on the other side of the fear. But how are you conquering your fears? With courage. But is only the courage is needed? No, it's needed the wisdom, the change. And where did that come from? It comes from the soul. But the soul, it's empowered from what? From the spirit. Where the spirit originated? From the universe. And you see, this kind of like configurations right now, Uranus is just sitting there, and Taurus is like, here is. I'm setting up this material world, but there is some processes you need to do. You need to understand how to cooperate and how to go forward through the tough times. That is going to show me what you're built for, so I can set up the next things and the awards for you. Because after you go through this period, you're going to find out a lot of things that goes on. And with that being said, right here, I'm going to go day by day here so you guys can see it for it. So the challenge right here, right now, is the work about within the family. What's going to take the courage to build it, the courage to be, the courage to go through it, and its connections between Taurus and Cancer. Okay, guys? Because these challenges right now, they are going to come in, but in 2 days, you're going to see it. You're going to see the difference and the purpose. Tomorrow, the day after, which is we're talking about on 23rd, the moon is going to be moving in the middle of Capricorn. That situation is going to be moved to authority. It's going to be more like, oh, well, it's not done with this, then the love is not there, you're not talking, you not want to communicate about this, you want all this conflict. So first you got a conflict with intuition, and then if you have conflict with the love and communications, guess what? You breaking down all this relationships and so on. But if you have the courage, you to see beyond the problem, you to see and to evolve of this, because everyone it's repeated that. But if you evolve above this and you do that work in there, which is Saturn is going to comes in and teaching your intuitions to cross over these limitations. Mars, as is still in the ascendant, is going to be trigger all that positiveness within you. And I picked it up this time, which is this is going to be at 2 a.m. that you're seeing these energies. To follow up with the exact moment, what will be the triggers? And most of the triggers, they are going to be within the subconscious level. Don't dare to look what is on the surface. Dare to look underneath. Okay? There to look to the real problem, the real causes about the issues. All right, you maybe have something that you have not done it. You may gonna get the support when you at least expect it, to have that courage to empower, because right now the moon and Mars, they are gonna be empowering the proper communications, the proper love. But you gotta get that courage to say the right things. Don't take things personally when somebody takes you this. Actually, when you don't take it personally, you're gonna be mature. But a lot of the people who take it personally, guess what? They're rejecting it. They don't want to deal with it. They're like, oh, there is no love there. There is no communications isn't there. But that's going to be coming from the previous day. And this is when the most people gave up. Because it's hard. But there is going to be a reward with this. For those who actually use the courage, the strength, and the power of love, as that new moon that was in the Gemini right now, and they use that courage to stick together, because that's what the family does. If you're Italian, then there you guys know what I'm talking about. For it, kind of like it's come from the movies, okay? In the United States, the Italians there stick together when they were immigrants, and they watched for each other particularly during the Great Depression in there, and there was this energy in there. All right, so I changed the hour instead the day. What's going on the next day though? We are talking about 24th right now. The moon is going to be joining Pluto, and there is this divine energies towards the sun. You see this divine transformations that during the proper way, all it's done. Okay, you see that, you see the purpose. Particularly to that day, there's going to be a lot of wisdom that's going to begin to move in there. You're going to be able to see this Aquarius changes. Okay. Sometimes if you did too fast changes with an Aquarius, now you have to review it. Because too fast, too furious, you make mistakes. And sometimes you have to reevaluate those. And this is what this revaluations it's coming in there, because Pluto is retrograde mode. Beautiful divine energies about that, because that is going to be empowering the sun, is going to be empowering the authority, is going to be empowering the love, it's going to be empowering the proper divine communications. Instead of going into this conflicts in there, you are actually right now did the right thing. You stick together with the friendshipness you have within you. But you crossed over to something that others maybe not. You maybe crossed in past a test of something that other failed before you in the family trees. They failed to do the things in the family. Now, you not only understood what you need, but you also upgrade yourself. And you understand that your intuition and your authority within you, working with the intuition and the authority with the other person, when you have the courage and the strength to have this mature communications in there, guess what's going to happen? You know that you are meant for each other. Okay? It's beautiful energy, guys. Beautiful energy. All right. I guess I need to change a little bit the things up here. I'm going to be talking about this energy of 12 o'clock. There you go. We're talking about this authority in there, because everything that has to be done, it has to be authorized for it. As the moon is going to be transitioning through Aquarius, you see those divine energies that comes in. This is 24th at 1 o'clock. There, the moon and Pluto is going to empower everything from the bottom up. This is going to be when you shining the light on everything. Overnight, though, that energy is going to be actually backwards. It's going to comes in towards you. So there's going to be a lot of downloads between 23rd, 24th of that area. Beautiful growth. And as you see it, the ascendant is going to be at Libra, talking about the relationship. And this is you're going to feel the right things in the air. Yes, you're going to feel the pressure. Yes, there's going to be this square rings energy. We need to understand there is no problem, there is no miracle. There is no problem, there is no growth. There is no problem, there is comfort zone. And if there is no problem, why you're here? You're going to understand a lot more above the regular understanding. And here is about this Saturn Mercury's energy. Are you listening? Are you hearing? Listening, you're replying. Hearing, you have the awareness comes in within you. And that's what the moon is. It wants to give you this new awareness inside of it within yourself. Because now the love is there. We are talking about very beautiful, powerful energies. They're there. All right, as we're going, the moon's still gonna be at Aquarius now. Talking about divine communications. Yes, there's gonna be some divine communications. The moon is gonna be actually triggering the courage in there. The actions, she's gonna be also triggering Uranus. Is like, why did you was this through it? Why did you put me through this through it? Those could be in one side for those people who give up. But on the other side, for the people who gain that courage and strength, it is like, okay, you find the courage, you do the talk, you do this, can you be able to do it? This is a preparation for the new moon at Cancer. Well, you're not understanding this yet. And who's going to tell you this? Who's going to teach you on that? Mars is sextiling Mercury, the courage, the self-talk, the warrior talk within you. It's gonna shows up how to pass these limitations in there. But right now your intuition is like, hey masculine, and hey warrior, hey you not doing the right thing, hey universe you're not doing thing. Well, he's like, wait a minute, let me look at it underneath. What I'm talking about it. Talking about negative energy, I'm gonna attract negative energies. Why I'm negative towards the universe. Why I'm negative towards the warrior, when the warrior was the one who helped me to overcome this. Now you are going into these energies of Mercury, and Mercury is talking directly with the warrior. Instead of the conflict, you're resolving the issues. Okay? All right. Talking about the next day, the moon is going to be walking within Pisces. Beautiful trines through all the energies with the sun. This is going to be the emotions. It's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, can we make it up? And so on and so on. The energies is going to be really calmed down, but the divine energies towards Libra is going to be talking about balance. Let's make in the balance. Maybe I was too hard on you. Maybe I was too harsh on you. Maybe I shouldn't act like this. Maybe this, maybe that. You're gonna wait for apologies. We're talking about this softness, emotions that it's gonna comes in with this. However, Pluto is still gonna be sending this energies towards the midheaven and the sun for it. That it's gonna be. This energy of Cancer right now is just going to be start to taking much over, because Mercury, the the Venus, they are separating for pretty much 6 to 7 degrees apart. And the more they are spreading out, the more the energies they are absorbing. And without the energies that it comes in with you, you're going to find the strength to do the proper things inside. But this is going to be an emotional day. Those who cannot be vulnerable with that emotions, guess what? They are not going to be growing up. And this is going to be presented by the moon. It is going to be squaring Jupiter. You don't learn how to have mature conversations, guys, you're going to be missing a lot of things. But when you have this great talks, they may be uncomfortable, but they're great. And through that uncomfortable things, when you take it as a normal conversation, you now begin to hear, not to reply, but to gain the wisdom within you. And that wisdom is going to be passed and applied where? In the family. That's when you build everything. That's how you show up your maturity growth that has been done in areas. You do it in the family. And then the family shows up where? The power of the family shows up into the partnership. The greatest the partners, the greatest is the relationship. All right, the moon's going to be joining Saturn. Lessons, learnings, communications, and the proper talks with Mars. Now we are talking about this. Understanding of that courage that happened during the full moon. The moment you didn't stop, the moment you didn't took the things personally. Now is these emotions of gratitude, appreciation, your partner, but you're also going to have this self-gratitude towards you, self-partnership within yourself, because you would stand it on those heavy energies. And you're like, now I'm better. Now I'm more powerful as a personality, and I grow up. But if there is no problem, there is no miracle, right? That's going to be tested, guys. Just trust me, it's going to be tested, because the moon is going to be walking into areas. That's going to be on 28th. And it's going to be challenging the authority. I'm the right, you're the wrong. I have to be about myself. And I see that I'm not myself into the family. I'm only this, I'm only that. Those whining, moaning, and complaining about it. But when you see yourself in there, if you change, you transform, which is that is going to be the moon with the Pluto connections. At the same time, the moon, it is connecting in the proper energies of the synchronizing with Jupiter. When you grow, when you mature, that positions is going to show up the greatest relationship in there. But you have to go ahead and overcome the I part. Because every time when you say I, there is no we. And a family is not I, it's we. And when you understand this within the society in there, it's like I want to make more money, or I want to be the boss, or I want this, I. What about what's going to happen is if you decide we want to make more money together, let's see what we can do. Let's put our heads together. What's going to happen if we, the team, choose you to be the boss? Because you have the ability, capabilities in there, not because you want to control others. You see, the collective at work, if they choose you, they choose you. If the collective choose you to be a leader, they choose you because they see the value that you're going to lead them. You're going to be the leader, not a boss. And this is going to be trigger some of the people's out in there. I mean, the weak personality in there, what is it going to do? I'm going to quit this job. I'm going to quit this family. I'm going to quit this thing. I'm going to, The right person is going to choose what? The growth. You need to understand, every time you choose the growth, there is a miracles happened. Okay? There's always a miracle happens for that. Alright, next day the moon is going to be going further within Aries. That's going to be trigger Venus and Mercury. Be mindful about these communications because that's its only aspect with the intuition. You may be going to feel nervous. You may be going to feel not in the right thing. Mercury is going to be off of positions beginning of this intense energies with Pluto. This is like, the people who not succeed, they're going to be, you see, you not change, you not did this, you not did that, and so on and so on for it. But if there is the proper communications through Saturn and Mars in there, if there is the proper visions that you're seeing it within, and Jupiter training that ascendant that's going to be in there, in the middle of the day, you're going to be finding yourself out, not only in a great position, you're going to be right now talking to your warrior within. It's like, okay, what can we do to keep going forward? You hear that before? All right, the moon the next day, it's going to be challenging these communications. This is usually when that energy after squaring the sun, it is about, I don't want to talk, I don't want to change. But also when you say that the other person didn't change, what about you? Did you change? Did you transform? Because if you don't change you, how are you expecting others to change? You gotta be learning to be an example. There's gonna be some intense communications or no communications. Some of the people maybe shows up passive aggressions, which is a silent treatment, which is leading to no good, no personalities in there. But with the proper visions, you're gonna understand what you need to change in you. So this is going to be a huge triggers with that. This is going to be some situations, okay? But that's going to be showing you the maturity within yourself. So be mindful about this intuition as soon as the moon entering Aries, okay? So those days, this is going to be challenge for a lot of the people. All right, well, it is what it is. Mercury is continue going forward. It's opposing Pluto. That's communications is in there. About this is going to be also stubbornness energies in there. But it's all up what you see. But the good side, the intuition is with the warrior. Now you know what to tackle. Now you know what to fight. Now you know what the proper ways is, what the proper communications is. You're understanding that these issues comes in, so you can be able to grow, to able to talk, to understand. But if the other person doesn't understand you, do you understand yourself? And this is going to be a very good time. This is actually, because this is in Taurus, very good time to talking about future investments, money, put things together, solving material situations, issues. Good time to buy things or invest things or buy a real estate. Come on, it's Taurus, okay? Very good positions. This to be done. This is a 1st of July. very, very beautiful, beautiful empowerment this time. All right, talking about the next day, the moon is going to be with Uranus, and that is going to show up a little bit energies towards uh, Pluto, but it's the same time with Mercury. For these energies, Mercury is about to cross over to Leo to it. You're going to be facing these energies like, I want to be the king, I want to be in the charge, I want to be in this, I want to be in that. You need to understand, every time, I keep saying this, every time you say I, where is we? Okay? Where is we? Think about that. Because it's not only your family, there is also, as an example of the family of the society, if you look at the society, you can figure out what is it within the people. Good luck with that. All right. The growth is in order for those who did the growth. Either way, if you win or lose, guess what? You learned this proper way to do the things. We're talking about the moon is going back into Gemini. I remind you about the friendshipness in there with Jupiter. And this is when you realize the self-growth. Okay? So either if you did the good, the bad during this period, you're going to be realizing things, learning. The whole process was staged for you to learn. You may fail, don't beat yourself up. You may win, you can congratulate yourself. But if you look at it on the both sides of the issues, whatever it happened in there, you had the chance to grow more towards your own self, but more also with others. And I hope that is you. I really hope that was you. All right, so talking about the next day, this is going to be the 4th of July for the Happy Independence Days for the people in the United States. But limits are in there. There is something has to be there at the end. You're like going to feel like you're almost at the end, but there is something elusive, something that is not complete, something that I have not accomplished. You can do absolutely everything, but whatever you did was great. Okay? So maybe you weren't the friend that it was supposed to be. Maybe the people were not friend towards you it's supposed to be. Maybe there is a things that happened that was supposed to be that didn't happen. Maybe the gains that it need to be didn't happen. But you're gonna find out these beautiful powers because the moon and Mars, all this period, they begin to be together. And despite that the intuition and the authority had some issues, this love and there keeps you going because you want this to materialize in the world. All right, we are pretty much going into the new moon. That is gonna be at Cancer. I have to adjust it here, the hours, so we can have a clear picture when this exactly is gonna happen. For so just a couple of minutes for too much. Almost there. All right. So the moon and the sun, they're both together at the 14 degrees, 23 minutes. Where are they pointing out though? Where are they are pointing out? Towards Mars, and they are pointing towards Saturn. The greatest learning of working together. The greatest things working together. As you see it, Mars and Uranus, they're going to be coming together, but this is going to be the time of those energies. They're going to shift. And the Saturn is going to be going retrograde, so is Neptune. So with all this period from the full moon to the new moon, the moon is passing through Saturn and Neptune is going to create these retrograde ignitions and them. And that is about one of the greatest revisions you're going to be doing within yourself, deep within your subconsciousness. So you want to make sure you get the things okay within yourself. This is where your spirituality is. This is where your religion is. Your personal religion within yourself. You can accept and deny things about from within, but this is where that is. Those spiritual emotions from the Pisces, when you bringing to empowering into the family. Those who's gonna come in together as one family. We're talking about this time very beautiful, beautiful energy, guys. Very beautiful energy. But as I said, if you grew and you understanding to pass your limits and get the communications right, everything is gonna be okay. The one thing that is gonna be really teaching you there is that Mercury at Leo, that is opposing Pluto. To learn to talk to yourself, to passing those limitations, to communicate properly. Okay? Otherwise, there is no growth in there. Because the fifth house, the Leo, shows up the growth. And when the time comes in, we are going to be looking at about this new moon to full moon situations in there, because we are going to have a full moon that is going to be where? Okay, it's going to be again, it's going to be at pretty much, I believe it's going to be at 28 degrees of Capricorn. You see, we had a full moon on Capricorn, we are going to have another one in there. So there is a lot of challenges coming ahead. Alright guys, so stay tuned here. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I appreciate your comments and wish you good luck in your journey.